Hi and welcome to this week's energy forecast. I am Rachel Thompson Phillips, the creator of the BU Oracle cards and the creator of the Intuition Alignment online program. So this week's energy forecast is for September the 3rd through till September the 9th. So we are now coming close to the last quarter of the year. This week's overall theme is about be okay with where you're at. I find that a lot of the times when I talk to a lot of people, the intentions and the dreams, the desires, the goals, whatever it is, the language that you use for your dreams, we set those at the start of the year and we reach these pivotal points along the year where we start recognizing either we've hit those goals and superseded them or we haven't quite reached them. And I feel like this is the point where people are starting to recollect and regather and being able to make assessments on where they're at and what they would like to do from this point on till the end of the year. So this week is about just being okay with where you're at. It doesn't matter where you want to go or where you think you should be. The moment that you can come to that place of pure acceptance, of accepting that where you're at right now, that becomes your start point. And this is where it becomes so pivotal, because when you can accept where you're at right at this moment, therefore you can start looking at, okay, this is where I want to go. What do I need to do? And we can remove all of those limitations, remove all of those stories, remove all the shoulda, coulda, wouldas and the blames and the excuses that has been what's held you back throughout this year to now. And we can wipe the slate clean. So this coming week, Monday to Tuesday, is about contentment. Wednesday through to Friday is the card of hope. Saturday and Sunday is about focus. So let's go in and have a look. So contentment has been coming to that beautiful place where you just completely accept where you're at. And the moment that you can come from that place of pure acceptance is the moment that we allow anything else that's been holding us back, whether it's our own self, excuses, stories, whatever it is, it doesn't matter what it has been. All of those just literally start to fall away and dissolve away from our start point. And we can wipe the slate clean. And it is coming to that place of just being able to not only recognize where you want to go, but being able to also be raw, real, and honest, of being able to say to yourself, you know what, this is where I want to go, but I have got all of the resources within me to be able to get where I want to go, and everything that I will ever need will be revealed to me along my journey. And this is why we come to this beautiful place of contentment, because everything throughout this year has led you to this very moment, whether you've been collecting information, whether you've been releasing away old limitations, breaking through old belief systems, reaccessing that your values within your own self, becoming reintroduced to who you are as a person, has led you to this very moment. So take a little bit of a time over today and tomorrow, Monday and Tuesday, to be able to just assess where you're at right now and just be completely okay with it. Once you've reached that beautiful element of being able to accept where you're at, this is where hope comes in. Hope is one of the greatest attributes within every single person, that if we can still have hope within ourselves, hope will help us access determination and motivation. And this is where that momentum starts to get going again. And energy loves momentum. So the moment that you can start, allowing your mind to just wander about what about all of the possibilities that are available to you. Allow your mind to wander, to know that whatever it is that you are chasing at this point, you have that right in the here and now. And the moment that you can see, hear, feel, and know it is the moment that you know that you can have it, because it's within your grasp. And hope is this beautiful quality where and as you can see, it's come after the contentment of acceptance, is that moment that we don't have to worry about having to know every single step to get where you want to go. You know that with hope, that everything will unfold at the right divine timing and exactly when you're ready to be able to follow through with it, even if there is fear present, you know that the hope element within yourself and that determination, that drive, that momentum of energy is going to help you overcome any of those fears that may present themselves. So just remember, hope is the greatest quality. So allow your mind and that beautiful imagination to forward pace and know that you can access and have everything that you want in the present now, whilst you're still focusing on how to be able to make all of those things happen. And this is where Saturday and Sunday becomes in. So this is about being able to plan and map out things. Focus is about when we allow our mind to imagine where we want to be, what can happen is we can get overwhelmed by all of the steps. Now, the greatest way to overcome that overwhelm and that frustration is to plan and map. If you can see the steps that you need to take, you're going to take them. If you know what some of your hurdles will be, you're going to have that guidance before it even presents itself, and start looking at who may be able to help you overcome those obstacles, or what bit of knowledge will you need to learn to be able to fulfill that dream. So you get that beautiful insight beforehand by simply writing down what your plan is. Now, my biggest suggestion is, if you find that you're reaching that level of overwhelm, is do not write an absolute detailed down to the last dot plan, because if you start seeing everything that you need to do to be able to accomplish your goal, you'll go into even bigger state of overwhelm. So write it as dot points. When I've done this, then that's the next step and the next step, so that you know in a gradient of the goal points, or that defining moment that lets you know that you've accomplished that step. Just keep it at the steps that you need to be able to take, and when you're working on those steps, then break it down. But if you have everything broken down, you're going to reach too much overwhelm. And a lot of the times what can happen is, if the mind plans and maps out every single detailed step, it will actually feel like it's done it, and therefore it won't take the inspired action. Whereas if we just have a look at the bullet point, and then, you know, every single day write down 5 things that you can do to be able to achieve that, then that's going to help you get one step closer, because that's all it takes is one step. But first you've got to have that focus, because when you have focus, you know the direction that you're going in. What can happen is that we have all of these ideas, but then we get scattered and our mind starts getting consumed by the what ifs, the should haves, the could haves, and all of that kind of stuff. And then we just get trapped there. And this is not what I want for you this week. This week I want for you to be able to take that beautiful inspired action. So, because as I said, you know, energy loves momentum, and if you have the direction that you need to go in, then you know where to be able to channel that beautiful energy to be able to achieve each one of those beautiful little goal points. So remember, this is a beautiful, beautiful week where we get to recalibrate, reset everything, to be able to fall back into alignment and fulfill what is your soulful truth for you, and know that you've got every single thing within you to be able to achieve anything that you set your mind to. But the first thing that you can do is start with accepting where you're at right now. Access that beautiful hope within your own self and that determination, because that's going to trigger off that momentum of energy. And therefore write and plan out how you want to be able to take each step so that you can execute and fulfill everything that you want to do, and give that beautiful energy a direction in which to be able to channel it towards. So I hope you have an incredibly fabulous week. Much love to you all, and take care.